Akashvani presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Anuja Kumar. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to inaugurate 7th edition of India Mobile Congress in New Delhi this morning. Prime Minister to visit Chitrakoot in Madhya Pradesh today to participate in multiple programs at Shri Sadguru Seva Sangh Trust. Urban Mobility Conference and Exhibition with stress on integrated and resilient urban transport system to begin in New Delhi today. US military strikes in eastern Syria against Iran-backed Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. In Asian Para Games in Hangzhou, India's medal tally reaches all-time high of 84 with 20 gold, 23 silver and 41 bronze. And in ICC Cricket World Cup, Sri Lanka beat England by 8 wickets in Bengaluru last night. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the 7th edition of the India Mobile Congress 2023 at Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi today. During the program, he will award 100 5G use case labs to educational institutions across the country. The 100 5G Labs initiative is an endeavour to realize the opportunities associated with 5G technology by encouraging the development of 5G applications which cater both to India's unique needs as well as the global demands. The initiative is also a pivotal step for building a 6G-ready academic and startup ecosystem in the country. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will visit Madhya Pradesh today. The Prime Minister will participate in multiple programs at Shri Sadguru Seva Sangh Trust at Chitrakoot in Satna district. More from our correspondent.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will arrive around 1:45 p.m. and first visit to Sri Sadguru Seva Sangh Trust in Chitrakoot. He will perform Puja and Darshan at Raghuveer Mandir, visit Sri Ram Sanskrit Mahavidyalaya and inaugurate the new wing of Janki Kund Chikitsalaya. The Prime Minister will also attend a public program marking the centenary birth year celebrations of late Arvind Bhai Mafatlal. The Prime Minister will also visit Tulsi Peeth and he will perform Puja and Darshan at Kanch Mandir. Mr. Modi will also seek the blessings of Jagat Guru Ramanandacharya of Tulsi Peeth and will attend a public function. With Lal Bahadur Tiwari from Chitrakoot, Sanjeev Sharma, Akashvani News, Bhopal.
Designing and implementation of efficient, high-quality, integrated and resilient urban transport system in the cities will be high on the agenda of the 16th Urban Mobility India Conference 2023 beginning in New Delhi today. The 3-day conference under the aegis of the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs in collaboration with the Delhi Metro Rail Corporation Limited will be inaugurated by Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri. The theme of the conference is Integrated and Resilient Urban Transport. The Election Commission will start a drive to update the details in the electoral rolls from today with a special focus on young voters except the 5 poll-bound states. Addressing media persons after appointing actor Rajkumar Rao as the Election Commission's national icon yesterday, Chief Election Commissioner Rajiv Kumar said that 17-plus-year-old youngsters can now apply in advance to have their names enrolled in the voters list.
27 तारीख से हर जगह में पोलिंग की जो हमारा इलेक्टोरल रोल है उसकी 2-2 कॉपी हम सब पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज को दे देंगे। उनसे कहेंगे कि आप देखिए हर पोलिंग स्टेशन पे उसकी कॉपी लगा देंगे। हर पोलिंग स्टेशन पे बूथ लेवल अफसर मौजूद रहेगा। वोटर हेल्पलाइन ऐप पर जाइए। एनीथिंग यू वांट टू डू यू कैन डू फ्रॉम द कंफर्ट ऑफ योर होम। आप लोग सब इससे जरूर जुड़ें। और उस जुड़ने में जो यंग पॉपुलेशन का रोल है, अगर आप देखें तो जनरेशन जेड जिसको बोलते हैं नेक्स्ट जनरेशन।
Election campaign is gaining momentum in Chhattisgarh as the polling date for the first phase of assembly elections draws near. Major political parties are taking help of social media as well as traditional methods in election campaigning. A report from our correspondent.
In Chhattisgarh, out of total 2 crore 3 lakh voters, the number of voters in the age group of 18 to 28 years is about 45 lakh. There are about 22% youth voters in the state. Of these, about 7 lakh voters are in the age group of 18 to 19 years who will vote for the first time in this assembly election. All the parties in the state, including including Bharatiya Janata Party and Congress, are using social media to attract these young voters in their favor. Both BJP and Congress parties have established war rooms where teams of content writers, video editors are working day and night. Meanwhile, with the aim of motivating young voters to vote, the Election Commission of India has decided that in all the assembly constituencies of the state, one polling center will be manned by youth. In this polling center, all the employees and officers of the polling party will be youth. Vikalp Shukla, Akashvani News, Raipur.
Congress has released its third list of 19 candidates for the Rajasthan Assembly elections last night. The party has so far declared the candidates for 95 seats. There are only 3 new faces in the list of 19 names, while 11 are sitting MLAs. Apart from this, 3 of the previously defeated candidates have been given another chance. The Aam Aadmi Party has also released the first list of 23 candidates in the state. Apart from this, Bharatiya Tribal Party BTP has declared 3 candidates and Bharat Adivasi Party BAP has declared 10 candidates. More from our correspondent.
BJP has declared candidates for 124 seats while Congress announced 95 candidates so far. The contest has been decided on 54 seats between Congress and the BJP. Most of candidates announced so far by both the parties are either sitting MLAs or have been candidates in the last elections. Meanwhile, the first electoral alliance has been formed in the state between Rashtriya Loktantrik Party and Azad Samaj Party. Both parties claimed to field candidates on all 200 seats. Jitendra Dwivedi, Akashvani News, Jaipur.
In Madhya Pradesh, 458 nomination papers were submitted by 377 candidates in all the 230 assembly constituencies of the state for assembly elections yesterday. So far, a total of 785 nomination papers have been submitted by 667 candidates in the state. Last date for filing of nominations is 30th of this month. Union Home Minister Amit Shah will review the passing out parade of the 75th batch of the Indian Police Service IPS probationers at Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel National Police Academy in Hyderabad this morning. Following the ceremonial march past, the Union Minister will address the probationers. The Academy Director Amit Garg informed that a total of 175 officer trainees, including 155 IPS officer trainees and 20 officer trainees from other countries, are taking part in the Deekshant parade. Speaking about the presence of women officer trainees, Amit Garg said there are 34 lady officers participating in the parade, including 2 foreign officer trainees. Meanwhile, Mr. Shah will also address a public meeting at Suryapet in election-bound Telangana state later in the evening. In Gujarat, the state-level Meri Mati Mera Desh program will be held at Sabarmati riverfront in Ahmedabad today. Addressing a press conference at the party headquarters in Gandhinagar yesterday, BJP State President C.R. Patil said the Amrit Kalash filled with the soil collected from across the state will be sent to Delhi in 75 electric vehicles on 29th of this month. He said for the first time, the electric vehicles will travel from Gujarat to Delhi. Mr. Patil said over 182,000 people are likely to participate in the state-level program today. The Meri Mati Mera Desh program has been launched as part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav to commemorate the sacrifices of martyrs of the country. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. US military carried out strikes in eastern Syria against 2 facilities used by Iran-backed militant group Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps IRGC today. US Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin in a statement said the US military forces conducted these precision self-defense strikes as a response to a series of ongoing attacks against US personnel in Iraq and Syria that began on 17th of October. Reportedly, 1 contractor was killed and 21 American servicemen injured. He emphasized that these strikes are separate and distinct from the ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas. The Enforcement Directorate or ED has arrested West Bengal Minister Jyoti Priya Malik last night in connection with the alleged case of corruption in ration distribution. Malik is currently the State Minister for Forest Affairs and previously held the portfolio for the Food and Civil Supplies Department. Mr. Malik's arrest comes a day after the Central Probe Agency conducted searches at his residence in Salt Lake on the outskirts of Kolkata. The ED has been carrying out searches in connection with an alleged case of corruption in ration distribution. Income tax returns filed by individual taxpayers have registered an increase of 90% from 3.36 crore in assessment year 2013-14 to 6.37 crores in 2021-22. Finance Ministry said average gross total income for individual taxpayers have registered an increase of 56% from 2013-14 to 2021-22. On to sports. In the Asian Para Games at Hangzhou, India's overall medal haul has surged to an impressive 84, comprising of 20 gold, 23 silver and 41 bronze. This remarkable feat supersedes India's previous best of 72 medals, which was recorded in the 2018 edition of Asian Para Games at Indonesia. Today, Sheetal Devi kick-started the day with a podium finish, winning gold in archery compound open event. In the men's F64 discus throw event, Devendra Kumar clinched gold. Indian contingent will aim to maintain their successful performance at the Para Asian Games with numerous events such as lawn bowl, athletics, archery, badminton, swimming, shooting, chess, cycling, powerlifting and table tennis scheduled throughout the day. Yesterday, Indian athletes added a total of 18 medals to its tally, including 3 gold, 3 silver and 12 bronze. In the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup, Sri Lanka thrashed England by 8 wickets at the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bengaluru last evening, chasing a paltry target of 157 runs set by defending champions England. Sri Lanka secured victory in just 25.4 overs for the loss of 2 wickets. Earlier batting first, England were bundled out for 156 runs as Sri Lanka struck at regular intervals. Pakistan will take on South Africa today. In hockey, India will kickstart its Women's Asian Champions Trophy campaign against Thailand in Ranchi today. India won the title once in 2016 and the defending champions are Japan. Thailand's best is the 4th place finish in 2021. 3-time champions South Korea, China and Malaysia are also taking part in the tournament. Thousands of eager hockey enthusiasts are eagerly waiting for thrilling moments of this 10-day extravaganza scheduled to take place at E. Marang Gomke Jaipal Singh AstroTurf Hockey Stadium in Ranchi. And now for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Nina Matthew.
Thank you, Anuja. As fears of wider war loom with Israel continuing to hit targets in Syria, Lebanon, all the dailies have covered the news of nations appealing for peace. Brief raids poise Israel for Gaza around attack, notes the Pioneer. All the papers also carry the news of the US President Biden linking economic corridor to Hamas attack. Quoting Biden, the Tribune writes, convinced Hamas attack due to India-Middle East corridor. 8 Navy veterans handed death sentence in Qatar for alleged espionage, writes Hindustan Times, expressing deep shock. India exploring legal options will take up the matter with Qatar and challenge the verdict. And finally, the Indian Express cites an inspiring story of Sheetal Devi under the headline 2 medals at Asian meet. 16-year-old from J&K is first female archer without arms. And with that, it's back to you, Anuja.
Thank you, Nina. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to inaugurate 7th edition of India Mobile Congress in New Delhi this morning. Prime Minister to visit Chitrakoot in Madhya Pradesh today to participate in multiple programs at Shri Sadguru Seva Sangh Trust. Urban Mobility Conference and Exhibition with stress on integrated and resilient urban transport system to begin in New Delhi today. US military strikes in eastern Syria against Iran-backed Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. In Asian Para Games in Hangzhou, India's medal tally reaches all-time high of 84 with 20 gold, 23 silver and 41 bronze. And in ICC Cricket World Cup, Sri Lanka beat England by 8 wickets in Bengaluru last night. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.
आकाशवाणी से पेश है खबरनामा।